Is it Animal Farm, or is it really a mall of horrors? Welcome back to the channel where we build financial power. My name is Matt, and this is
Potter.
Today we're talking about the Animal Farm, drip, Forex, whole ecosystem, and how are things broken? Are things going to work? Is it a mall of horrors, or is it truly this fun animal farm, this fun drip world that we know about? We're going to dive into that today. If you're new to this channel, thank you for sliding by. Every Thursday, Friday, we go live 10 Eastern. Every Friday, we're talking about some concept of drip or Forex or something in the realm of drip. An Animal Farm, if you don't know, is made by the same creator that created drip, which is Forex. So we're talking about those concepts today. Potter, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I really liked the show yesterday.
That was good. That was good. Yeah.
You know, we went after the show, we went and found a few more questionable things. And then I started having a conflict because I thought, you're in the play. But I was pretty transparent about, hey, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But I saw a video yesterday by Crypto Talk. Ready for this? He said during the last downturn when Ray and Stunna went, it was during a bear market.
With all the drama, you mean?
No drama, just money. They became millionaires during a bear market, and it was because of a tool like that. And they're saying that this tool is even better. I was like, what? Now, that doesn't mean any of the risks that we pointed out aren't valid, right? They're still there. But I mean, wow, what a huge endorsement. And in the DeFi world, you know how we always have to say, you know, follow the money. You might want to follow the money when it comes to, you know, some proven influencers, you know, the people who show you their wallets, the people who, you know, have a following where people aren't in their telegrams, you know, saying negative things about them. And that's the majority of the people I just mentioned, you know. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. If you're new to the channel, I'm sort of a baby in this world of DeFi. I've only been in it for about 6 months, and Potter's been doing this for well over a year. She has that technical analysis, the sort of the brainiac of this world, and I'm your common guy. I'm just trying to sort of understand it and whatnot. She shakes her head no, but it is the truth. It absolutely is the truth, and that's not me downplaying myself. It's just the truth. You know, we want to document our process. We want to document our learning. That's exactly what we're doing. So if you're feeling squirrely and you want to slide on by every Thursday, Friday, we'll be here. And we got a backlog of content if you want to take a look at that. So Animal Farm, drip.
Animal Farm.
The whole nine. And if you don't know much about it, drip was Forex's, it's not his first project, but I think for the common person, it's the first project that's really done super, super well. And Animal Farm has now come out, and it's had quite a few struggles. The piggy bank is one aspect of it that is launched. And so now there's other pieces that are coming. So Potter, this concept of, is it a mall of horrors or is it, you know, is Animal Farm all it's cracked up to be? What makes you say that?
Well, one, we thought it was funny when we came up with the title yesterday. We just laughed out loud. We're like, nailed it. But also it is a little bit of an allegory when it comes to, you know, if you web search right now, mall pictures, old abandoned malls, that's what the Animal Farm is. Like if you go back to the animalfarm.farm, you can't, it's not operational right now, but it's really just an old mall where stores are closed, nothing's working. You know, there's maybe one little booth in the middle, and that's drip garden, you know. But it works. If you go, you can go buy whatever you need there. But it's scary. It's empty. And we thought of a theme park, or, you know, where only 2 of the rides are open. And as a, that's exactly it.
Right.
And as a, as it relaunches, you can't expect the Animal Farm to be working right now. And thank God we have a developer in Forex who told us that. So when people, we all have short-term memory, but I think that people are forgetting when, everything was pumping, it's because everything was on. So if you put that in a mall or a theme park, once the concessions are working, once the other stores are open, that's when the mall is going to generate revenue. That's when the theme park is going to generate revenue. So that's what we meant. For example, the store farms, there's no farms. And inside of farms, you had the different pairs from dogs to USDC to Bitcoin to Ethereum. That's a lot of stores. You had about 20 things you could get into. Then you have the pig pen, which is also open, but the pig pen is saying, hey, if the pig pen is saying you're an owner of the mall or you're an owner of the theme park, and when any of these stores make money, you make money. So Forex even refined the ability to get paid for being an owner of the mall or theme park or animal farm. And so even you're not even being paid out on that because the majority of the stores are not open. Only one ride is open, and that one isn't directly applied to the drip infrastructure. So it's not helping anything. So the reason that we wanted to, bring that visual,
visual.
Go ahead.
That's a very good visual. So I'm now connecting the dots of what you're saying. That makes the way you just put that for a common person, that without a doubt, it simplifies a macro view of the animal farm. Because if you look at the animal farm, it is a beast of an understanding. It does like so many different things. So very, very good.
Yes, as a matter of fact, when I was telling people about it when it first launched, I had to tell people, hey, you know what? I'm not going to get you into this play yet because it's highly complicated.
Very.
It's going to work. Sorry, I got to turn on the air conditioner. It's going to work, but it's going to take time and for you to understand what drip is, much less the animal farm and the piggy bank being drip on steroids. Right? So you have constant announcements about, what's to come. And I believe him. I believe that all the different stores that were in the old animal farm are going to open up. And some of them are slated. I believe there was an announcement, but I think it went away. There was an announcement about Monday, but I can't seem to find that anymore. So like in the next few weeks, it's going to be opening up. And Forex is consistent. He does not care about price. He doesn't care about price. If there's one thing as
price of drip, you mean?
Price of anything, animal farm, pigs, AFP token, or drip. And that is like one of the best things that you can find in anyone who's working with this stuff, because if people are only talking about the price, there's nothing in the bag. It's only it's Ponzi-nomics. And we need to really do a show about Ponzi-nomics, because as DeFi takes off, Ponzi-nomics are how people are opening their software businesses, right? They're saying, hey, I'm going to promise you these outrageous results, but I think I can hit them, and I will give you stuff like in-game things if you get in early. If people are playing mobile games, they'll understand DeFi in a second, right? Because those micro purchases that you get to get the in-game loot or get a costume. We're translating that into USDC and USDT and drip and Bitcoin, but in gaming, they're just they're coats and upgraded Batman and Superman. So I don't know if I'm talking too much.
Well, so you got to this point of talking about how the Ponzi-nomics is basically how people are starting software companies. Yeah. Software companies. What do you mean when you say that? Do you mean how? So immediately my head goes to like, are you talking about how they create affiliate links and stuff like that? Or
no, like literally. So Forex, when he started Drip, he was just a single developer, maybe with he had BB, and they were like, hey, let's put something together. That's not a software company, right? That's just some people who put out some software, like put something in an app store. But he used the economics or Ponzi-nomics of applications before him, except he improved on them and made it profitable, right, and sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
So does that make sense? So then he says, next step, I'm going to try to partner with people to see if they, because I don't want to really build a software company. I just kind of want to sell my software and license it.
Mm-hmm.
And then every partnership that he made, those people would just fall apart or do wrong things. So he said, you know what? I'm going to build a software company. And I'm going to start it off with Animal Farm. Right. And then Animal Farm became Drip Garden and, the piggy bank. And so now he's got a software company. He's got project managers. He's got QA. He's got auditors. He's got developers. That's a software company. But he would not have gotten the funding if he'd gone to a bank and said, hey, I'd like to borrow money. Why? I want to do something on DeFi, but I can't figure it out. Yeah, but just give me the money. It'll be cool. Now, the bank isn't going to trust him, but a bunch of degens will. Right? And so that's what's happening. Like you can pass that on to Piston and the Diamond team, or you can look at a software developer who just says, you know what, I've got one good app, and that's the BNB miner, the longest one that's been out there. That if you had put as much money into that miner, if you put in the drip, you would be better off. Not a recommendation, it's too late anyway. But he's a person who just said, I'm going to develop one app. I'm going to put my app in the App Store, and it's going to be the most famous app that everybody's going to download. But again, you have to translate that to blockchain versus App Store. Not making it.
Well, so I mean, we kind of went a few different places. So you said he put an app in the App Store.
So I'm saying that, okay, I'll remove that visual then.
Okay.
He put an app on the blockchain. He put one app on the blockchain. He just uses one app to make it.
I legit thought you were saying there's an app in like Apple, like the Apple App Store. He did what? What the hell? Got it.
Yeah. And so Forex, he put a software company. So what you have to wonder, and what we were looking for yesterday with Avarice, whatever they want to call themselves, is, what are you going to do next? Is this a one app, or are you going to do other stuff? And in my opinion, that's not financial advice, but it is, as a security person, I can see it. It looks like they're developing something and they didn't really care about any other thing other than the app working. All the window dressing of the template stuff, they were like, whatever, we'll get to that. People just want to know that their money's going to be safe with us and that we're going to pay them out. They don't care about if something says lopsum itsum, right? But for me, I would have liked to have known when I came in last year that there was somebody out there who was going, there's a lot of rah-rah and you should be excited for this play. However, we don't know what they're going to do next, right? And if you do that, I think you're more likely to catch people who are nefarious in nature, right? Because you can explore, are you doing more or are you doing less? For example, roast beef. He started out with a miner. CZ Chefs started out with a miner, but one of them had one plan, and I thought they were going to beat, him to the punch because roast beef decided to go to another blockchain. And it was like, ooh, that doesn't ever work out in developer land. So naturally, I thought he was outpaced. But
who's he? Somebody beat
so
you.
naturally, I thought roast beef was outpaced, but then CZ ended up not doing as well. And now roast beef has got all these applications. He's trying different things, but you can definitely see he's trying to be a software company, right? Will he be successful? I don't know, right? But he's not saying, oh, hey, come here and I'll give you, 100%. Now his new DApp does say 20%. It's launching on Sunday. But now that I know more, as opposed to be excited when I first came in, I'm more leery. Because when people were telling me when I first came in, 500% is not a lot. I was like, okay, you just believe it naturally because you see it coming back to you, in your little app. But when you are here long enough, you see that the ones who have the bigger percentages, they go bye-bye. They go bye-bye a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them though, because at the time when Forex was saying 365%, people were like, what an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
That won't work. That won't even be live 1 month. You'll see Forex is wrong, is what they were all saying. And here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. I feel like there's gotta be a certain limit to that percentage though. Cause you're right. I mean, 365, that's nothing. Like 57,000 people, like it could happen. You never know. Like it's gotta be a friggin' limit, So, all right. The concept of the Mall of Horrors is talking about how Animal Farm, it's not one project. It's a bunch of projects within a project. It's a bunch of stores within the mall, a bunch of things you can do. Now, pretty much all but one store is closed inside of this mall. So then
2 stores are open.
2 stores are open. Okay. Why would someone, and I'm asking naively, why wouldn't someone, so you said this about the B&B miner. That's one project that I keep hearing come up. And it's just one project that stayed alive and done well and seems to be doing well. Why wouldn't a developer stick to one project and work on that project, make that project work, and just that project? That's it. And that one.
Because like in every business, you just have to partner, right? You have to partner to stay alive. So if you have that one application, it's really going to do one thing, and then somebody's going to come in. I mean, your code is right there. It's free. When if you said I want to open up another theme park, you didn't have a project plan or architecture. If you wanted to open up another KFC, you didn't have the ingredients, right? But in DeFi, hey, there it is, right there out in the open. Everything I do.
So basically, if you create a DApp, somebody can go and fork it really easily. They can just copy paste, and they have your project, so nothing makes you unique. So basically, what you're saying is you have to continue to develop other things to basically survive in DeFi.
Correct, which is normal for any software. Imagine if Windows stopped at Windows 95. Yeah. We're just going to keep improving on Windows 95. It's like,
Basically, you have to have innovation or you die.
So. Yeah, in software development. So what people don't necessarily understand, I think Kevin O'Leary understands it, the guy from Shark Tank, is that anybody who's in DeFi right now, you're in software companies. You are investing. You are a full-on software maven.
In startups, possibly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're on software startup street.
Yeah,
and on software startup street are some really bad people who can take the code of the good guys and put up a shop and make it flashier. Use metric driven data to drive you there and tempt you to FOMO in. And then 14 days later, they're gone.
Yep.
And so it's really hard to tell, but that's why we're trying to give them signs. And when you take a look at people who say, I'm going to develop an ecosystem. Well, for me, you've got to match drip. You've got to match BB and Forex Sharks, baby, because theirs works. It's proven. It's proven now. Even drip shot up, that's where you have to meet the bar. And the team that's come closest to that for me right now is the Piston team, with that DApp that they have with the racetrack. I mean, all it is drip. However, according to their roadmap, they're going to do some exciting stuff. Splaseb has announced some cool stuff too. And when these dApps are releasing cool stuff, what does that mean? It means they're releasing software, right? If this was Doom, if Splaseb releases something, they'd be releasing an add-on pack that can go to Doom.
What's Doom?
Doom is a shooter game.
Oh, got it. Okay, got it. I thought it was a DApp.
No, not yet. So, stake drip, get a new Doom rifle.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Huh. All right. Well, that does answer the question, because I'll be honest with you, I've had this in the back of my head of like, why is it that Forex is sort of, you've heard that complaint. I know you've heard that complaint. Everybody's like, hey, he's focusing on this and he's doing so many things that he can't focus on the one thing that was supposed to work. But that makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense that there has to be innovation, and I fully agree with that, regardless of what the DApp is, what the software company is. I mean, everything has to adapt or you die. I mean, that's just business 101. I mean, you have to adapt, and you have to become better than that competition, or else what separates you?
Agreed.
Yeah. Good visualization. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yes.
People, every Thursday, Friday, 10 Eastern, we go live here. We talk about this wonderful, creepy, confusing, trippy world of DeFi. Our intention is to document our process in learning this. Not necessarily hawking projects at you. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not our thing. We are going to be talking about some projects at some point, probably. But I and Potter both, we want to capture the pieces that you don't necessarily always hear about, such as the emotional side of this, because money is emotional. It's extremely emotional, and some of our past few episodes, we've been talking about that in this bloody season that's been everything money, whether you're DeFi, crypto, stocks, whatever. So that's what we want to cover. Potter, you got anything in closing before we hop out of here?
Yeah, it's something that you said about, how money is serious, and this is why it's like gaming again, because I told you about the game Marvel Strike Force.
Yeah.
People pay tens of thousands of dollars a month playing this game, right? So when things happen and don't go their way, they get upset, right? And I can say, when I step back and I look at all games, free to play or not, people get upset in gaming too. So it's a natural emotion to get upset when things don't go your way. Or if you invest in a game and they're just gone. Like they promise all of these updates. You invest, you buy all their gear, you stack up your player, you're ready to go to the next round.
Yep.
And they're gone. And there is no legislation out there that is ever going to be launched that says, thou shalt give back armor +4.
Yeah. You mean in the DeFi world?
Correct.
Yeah. Agreed.
No, I'm saying in the gaming world,
okay.
There is not going to be anybody who protects you from somebody who rugs a software game.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. Because they don't even. It was a game, but now because this has USD, BUSD, people are taking it more serious. So I just thought I'd focus on the fact that people take their gaming seriously.
Yeah, good point.
As we look at this as more of a gaming platform for the metaverse, right? That also is lucrative, and you can open your own shop on the internet.
Yeah.
It kind of coincides, and we'll be bringing that over time a little bit closer.
That makes sense. Well, I like it. Builders, keep building.
Game on. Dang it, I was supposed to do